Hello, I'm Josh and welcome to Josh's Recordings, where today we are fixing the Samsung Galaxy S8. Unfortunately, the screen's cracked and the digitizer has stopped working properly. As you can see, some of the characters down here work, but if we try to turn it off, everything on this top of the screen does not work. So, we're going to show you how to replace the digitizer in a Samsung Galaxy S8. So, your first step is you're going to need to get your screen, which is right here in this white box. You're also going to need to get a toolkit. And the first step is you're going to need to get your hot air gun and your suction cup out. And we are going to start to warm up the adhesive on this phone. I'm going to recommend using low setting for this because this is going to get quite warm. This is a very powerful heat gun. This is made more for construction than it is for working on phones. So, turn it on. Heat gun will immediately get nice and warm. I'm just going to run it along the edge of this phone. When you get the opening tool in, just keep it so that the glass doesn't start to go back together. Then you're going to start running. You're going to crack the glass. Just take that as something you're going to have to accept. What we're going to do is, since we got the opening tool in and that side free, we're going to take the hot air gun, heat that up like that. This down like that. Alright, now that you ran all the way around, you can just pull off the back panel just like so. There we go. There's the back. Looks like that connector is pulled right off. That's fine. Your back's going to be cracked like that. There's nothing you can really do about it. But now we're in. So now we have all these tiny little Phillips head screws. We're going to pull out our toolkit. Open up the toolkit. Now we're going to go to our Phillips head section and get out this bit right here. Pull out our screwdriver, and we're going to start taking all these little screws out. If your phone you could not get your phone to turn off, now is a great time because you can see the phone is still on. Because the screen's bad, take a plastic prying tool, and we're just going to pop that little cable off the battery. Now the phone has no more battery power. Now, you just did all that work to get to this one little connector here. If it wasn't for that connector, you would not have taken the back screen off. This is the connector for the LCD screen, and we just need to pop that off. There we go. Make sure to use a plastic pry tool for that. Very important. You don't want to short anything out on that, even though the battery is disconnected. Now, just going to make sure our new screen has the same type of connector. Yep, okay. Now, we need to do the same thing we just did to the back of the phone to the front of the phone. We don't care how it looks because it's already a mess. So, and we may or may not even be able to get our suction cup on it. Maybe we will. So we're going to go back to the heat gun and we're going to heat this thing up. And then once you start getting it pried up, you're just going to reach behind and lift it off. Remember, you don't really care how this comes off because you're going to replace it anyway. See? There you go. And there we go. And here is the old screen. As you can see, these things are quite something. Here's your adhesive just running along the side of it there. That's what holds the whole phone together. This is literally a glass sandwich. So then you have this that little panel there that's like flexible. That is the actual screen. There are millions of OLED LEDs on that screen, and that is what produces the picture on your phone. Anyway, now what we're going to want to do is just scrape the rest of all the residue from the screen left behind from the old adhesive off, which it looks like it is. Then we're going to take our new screen out of the box. Then we're going to take this off. And this is going to expose our new adhesive. We're going to take this cable, move that out of the way, and take all that off. Now, we're going to put this over, run this cable through that little hole. See that little hole there? You're just going to run the cable through there just like that. And then we're going to line everything up carefully. You only got one shot at this, so you better do it right. Make sure everything's lined up, which it looks like it is. And then just push everything together. Yes, just like that. And if your screen does not work at the end of this, you're going to be really mad. But that is kind of normal with these phones, because these phones have ridiculously sensitive screens. Like I showed you, that little layer of like plastic looking stuff on the end of it, that is the screen. So, now that you put the new screen back on and it's not going anywhere, as you can see I can pick at that and it's not coming off. We're going to put the phone back over, connect the cable. It'll snap in place. You'll hear it. Yep, that's on there. Okay, now let's connect the battery to make sure that the screen actually works. Alright, the phone is back on. Now we're just going to make sure the digitizer works. It does, as you can see. We can now type in stuff. Finally, now we're going to turn the phone back off and fully power it down. Oh wait, I can't power it down. I don't know the passcode. So, we're going to pop that battery cable back off, and that'll force the phone to shut down. Then we're going to take our wireless charging pad. We're going to put that right over everything, just like that. Alright, it'll just pop into place. And then you're going to take these middle, this is just a cover actually, this doesn't do anything except for cover the motherboard and protect it. And we're going to put that right there. It also makes sure that the screen cable stays in place, because in the S7 they were having problems where the screen cable would come unplugged. And the screen wouldn't actually be dead, but the cable would come unplugged. Now we're just going to put all of those screws back in. So tighten them all up. This part of the video will be fast forwarded for obvious reasons. Like I was saying before the camera rudely interrupted me, your glass sandwich S8 is now completely back together. There you go. And that is how you replace the screen on a Samsung Galaxy S8. This has been Josh's Recordings. Thanks for watching.